The girl lived in this 1 square meter space for 6 years. She couldn't even step away for eating, drinking, or anything else. If she crossed the white line, she'd start convulsing uncontrollably. Even several grown men couldn't handle her. But her foster mother, Aunt Chian, didn't believe it and insisted on coaxing the girl to leave the white line. She brought a pot of flowers to tempt the girl. As soon as the girl touched the flowers, she moved the pot outside the white line. Then, the girl straightened her body and brought the pot back. Unwilling to give up, Aunt Chian moved the pot even further away. But even as the girl tried her hardest to reach, her knees wouldn't cross the line by even a millimeter. Seeing she couldn't get it, she gave up, looking pitifully at the pot not far away. Seeing this, Chian thought of a plan. She drew a new circle of white lines around the pot, then erased the original square's edges. Sure enough, a miracle happened. The girl cautiously stepped out of the original square, inching toward the new white line area. This gave Chian a bold idea. She and her husband Chian Chu moved all the furniture and drew a white line around the entire house. Just like that, the girl could finally move freely inside the room. In the days that followed, Chian gradually gained the girl's trust, but she remained silent. This made it impossible for him to understand the girl, not even her name. All they knew was that when they found her, she was lying in a white square in the middle of the road. To solve the mystery surrounding the girl, Chian invited a psychologist to counsel her. But the moment the doctor erased the chalk line, the girl suddenly went out of control, even speaking in a panic, but then quickly covered her mouth as if afraid of attracting something terrifying. This left Chian Shen in disbelief. She even once thought the girl was mute. Then, the psychologist continued to guide the girl. But she seemed very resistant, only daring to whisper in Chian Shen's ear. But Chian Shen couldn't understand the girl's language at all. So, they used a phone to record. When they wanted the girl to say more, she again went into a frenzy, convulsing. Helpless, they had to give up. Based on the few words they had, they searched online and found the girl seemed to be speaking German. The translated meaning was roughly punishment and fear. This made Chian Shen suspect the girl had some inner demons causing her fear of crossing the line and speaking. So, the next day, she began guiding the girl to draw what she feared. Unexpectedly, the girl cooperated this time. But the content of the drawing left her puzzled. A rectangle was divided into blue and green, with a black square in the center below. Such an abstract style left Chian Shen unable to understand. Frustrated, the girl tore the drawing in half. To get more clues, she threatened the girl by erasing the chalk line, but this completely enraged her. She rushed like the wind to stop the girl, even kicking her over. To prevent the girl from breaking down, she had to give up. But from that moment on, strange things started happening at home. The woman had just taken a bite of jam when she suddenly started coughing uncontrollably. She desperately tried to clear her throat and unexpectedly pulled out a piece of bloody glass. She immediately checked all the jam in the house and indeed found glass shards inside. Her first suspect was the newly adopted little girl, but she couldn't believe that such a cute-looking girl would do something so malicious. Who would have thought that the next day, while drinking coffee, she suddenly felt a sharp pain in her throat. She quickly drew a white line to keep the girl away, then ran to the bathroom to use tweezers to slowly remove the foreign object from her throat. Turns out it was also a piece of glass which someone had put in the coffee. Now she had to believe that the little girl she kindly adopted was trying to kill her and her husband. Just as she was about to confront the girl, she found that the girl had disappeared. That night, the police brought bad news. They found the girl's jacket in the lake, and divers were still searching. Although they hadn't found the girl's body yet, everyone seemed to realize something. Unexpectedly, the next day, she received a phone call. Although the caller only hummed a few notes, she immediately recognized it as the girl's voice. So she went to the police station with her husband to report it. But according to the police investigation, the call was made from her own phone, which made the police suspect that she might be faking the report. But only she knew. Her phone was indeed missing. Seeing her fearful and helpless expression, the police had no choice but to let her go home and wait for news. But she was cautious and secretly took a stack of papers before leaving. She wanted to use her own abilities to find out the truth behind her missing daughter. After careful research, she discovered that a few years ago, a missing girl was found dead in the nearby woods, and the origami found beside her was the same style as the one the girl carried. Shocked, she noticed the girl's drawing. At first, he didn't understand what the squares in the drawing meant, but when he crouched down to see from the girl's perspective, he realized the girl had drawn the view outside their window. The dark little square in the middle corresponded to the neighbor's window. Could it be that the demon the daughter feared was the neighbor next door? So, under the pretense of borrowing a map, he went to the neighbor's house to look for clues, only to be attacked and severely injured with an axe. Then he opened a hidden door under the table and dragged the barely conscious woman inside. She struggled to open her eyes. Sure enough, she saw the missing girl. But when she was dragged deeper into the secret room by the uncle, the girl was bound by chalk lines and couldn't help at all. Just as the uncle was about to kill this troublemaker, the line inspector suddenly mentioned that he had evidence of the uncle's crimes. Years ago, the case of the girl in the wilderness was indeed the uncle's doing. He was puzzled about how this woman knew about the case that the police hadn't solved for years. It turns out, years ago, the uncle kidnapped a girl and kept her in a secret room. Not only that, he also had a daughter with a woman, who is the girl now. To prevent the girl from thinking of escaping, he brainwashed her from a young age, warning her never to step over the chalk line, or she'd be devoured by demons outside. Moreover, to prevent her from communicating with the outside world, the uncle deliberately didn't teach her to speak or write. So, the girl only knew a few German phrases taught by her mother. But during a dispute, the uncle accidentally killed the girl's mother, so he had to abandon her body in the suburbs. But that night, the girl fell seriously ill. As her biological father, he planned to take her to the hospital for treatment. Unexpectedly, they encountered a police checkpoint halfway. The cunning uncle noticed that the line in the middle of the road looked like it was drawn with chalk. So, he planned to use this to make the girl walk along the line to the police, and after she was treated, he would quietly pick her up from the hospital. Unexpectedly, the girl met the Qian couple halfway. They not only took the girl for treatment but also adopted her after the police found no records of her. To find a chance to steal the girl back, he visited the Qian family under the guise of a guest, secretly put broken glass in the jam, and took the girl away while the family was in chaos. To confuse the police, he also took Qian's phone and had the girl call back, making the police think it was a bizarre prank orchestrated by Qian. However, despite all his calculations, he didn't expect a drawing by the girl to expose the entire plot. Even more unexpected was that the origami held by the girl's mother before she died was left at the scene. And this was a unique family talisman. Realizing something was wrong, the uncle hurried to Qian's house to search for evidence. Sure enough, he found the case files in the car. But when he returned to the secret room, he found the girl was gone. So, he urgently questioned Qian about the girl's whereabouts, but he refused to tell. The girl took the opportunity to crawl out of the wardrobe and lock the secret room door. It turns out, encouraged by Qian, the girl stepped over the white line and hid in the wardrobe. Then, she escaped outside, stepping on white circles, barely making. Would suddenly change face and drag him back to the secret room. It turns out, this person was the uncle's wife. She had always known about her husband's perverse actions, but for the sake of so-called family happiness, she silently helped him cover up. The couple acted like nothing happened and started having dinner. But the next second, a large group of police burst in and arrested the twisted couple. At this moment, he noticed the door was covered with the girl's chalk handprints, which led to the shocking crime being uncovered by Qian Shu. In the end, Qian Shu and the girl were successfully rescued, and the monstrous couple will face severe legal punishment.